some of us first generation millennials like myself, we were not given the instructions. We were not taught how to play Monopoly, or we were not taught how to play the American system. It's all the same thing. But the good news is we can catch up real quick if we just study the right things. Let me show you what I'm talking about. My name, by the way, is Pastor Blackwood, and my mission on this channel is so simple. It's to help first generation millennials like myself who didn't have the guidance, who weren't given the instruction manuals to the American system. We had immigrant parents. We didn't know. I want to give us a very thorough understanding of the American system, of the Monopoly board, so that we can catch up, get stable, gain that stability, and build wealth and thrive out here. You know what I'm saying? When you're first generation like myself, you're not just learning money for yourself. You're learning money for your parents. You might be learning money for your siblings. You might be learning money for kids that you don't even have yet if you don't have kids yet. We are the generation that heals the financial trauma. We are the generation that breaks the generational cycles. And these books that I'm about to show you guys, they were the foundation for me. Enough talking though. Let's go through them. Book number 1, Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. What it teaches: the difference between working for money and having money work for you. The mindset of wealth versus the mindset of survival. There's a difference. The basic concept of assets versus liabilities. Why the rich get richer and simply why the poor never escape the paycheck cycle. Why I think this book matters for first generation millennials. We grew up with parents who taught us survival. Work hard, don't take risks, be grateful for any job you get. But although I love my parents and all, I learned that in America, the people that are rewarded are the people that understand money, not people who just work themselves to death. That's what they want you to think. Rich Dad, Poor Dad is the perfect book just to get that reset going in your mind, because it kind of actually already shows the difference between the path that wealthy Americans who understood the system took and the path that poor dad who didn't understand the system took. Book number 2, The Cash Flow Quadrant, or the 4 quadrants, I believe. One of those two. The cash flow quadrant teaches the 4 ways you can make money here. You can be an employee, you can be self-employed, you can be a business owner, or you can be an investor. Those are the 4 ways that income or money can come towards you. It teaches why the business owner and investor side of the quadrant is where the freedom is. I like that part of the book. We got to know that. Very important. It teaches how taxes behave in all 4 quadrants. And most importantly, it teaches how wealthy people position themselves in this system instead of fighting the system or going against the grain. This book helped me interpret the American system in a very simple picture. It showed me why some people struggle forever. If you're in that employee quadrant, the employee quadrant, those are the strugglers. And it goes into detail why. And of course, it teaches how some people gain that massive amount of freedom with a little bit of effort. This book, honestly, alone can save you years of confusion in this world, in this system that we're living under. If there's no other book that you read from this list and you only want to choose one, I'd probably start with just this one. Book number 3, The Millionaire Next Door. I remember the first time I read this book, it was a shocker to me, because it's not what I heard, like the rap music videos and just things that I grew up off of, the street knowledge. It said almost like the complete opposite of everything I ever learned. The Millionaire Next Door breaks down what real millionaires in America actually look like, their habits, their spending, the careers they have, the homes and the assets they own, and most importantly, their mindset. It teaches why most rich looking people really are actually broke. And it teaches how an average American like me or you could build a multi-million-dollar life. All we just have to do is just understand a Monopoly game. That's it. Why I think this book is perfect for first generational millennials like myself. A lot of us kind of grew up thinking that millionaires were flashy, but honestly, this book, it taught me the complete opposite. Real true wealth is simple, quiet, doesn't make much noise, and is built through discipline, consistency, and smart decisions. Notice I didn't say hard work, just smart decisions. This book, honestly, it just destroyed all the stereotypes I had in my mind. So get on this one. Book number 4, Tax-Free Wealth by Tom Wheelwright. This is Robert Kiyosaki's accountant that wrote this book. This book teaches how the American tax system actually works. Like who Whoever stopped to explain this to us? Why taxes are not meant to punish you. It teaches the legal ways that the wealthy people reduce taxes. And it goes into kind of like the 4 quadrants, how business owners and investors, how they are rewarded and why you should be on that side of the quadrant. First generation millennials especially need this book because no one ever stopped to teach us taxes. And let me tell you something. No one is gonna stop to teach you taxes. That's why I loved taking a look at this book. If our parents or whoever raised us grew up talking bad about Uncle Sam and the IRS, guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna grow up thinking Uncle Sam is bad and the IRS is bad. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that they're perfect and I like them now. I'm just saying, if you know their game, what's that? There's a saying that goes, keep your friends closer, but keep your enemies closer. This is a book that you want to grab. You want to grab this book and you just want to keep it way close to you because this teaches you that game that, like I said, nobody's going to stop to teach you. Nobody's going to do it. So since I know you're going to catch up financially to the rest of the world, you need to know taxes simply because when you start making the money, you want to make sure not all of it get taken from you. Okay. Book number 5, Money Master the Game. This is Tony Robbins' deep dive into how to invest your money in America. This is really for people who have jobs or good jobs. You don't even have to have a great job, but it teaches you everything about how to grow your money. If you have a job and you want to go invest it, it teaches how the stock market works. He goes into what billionaires do with their money, how compound interest builds wealth. This is very important. Money that compounds. We got to learn about that. And generally overall, he teaches how to create that financial freedom in small, consistent steps. This book is powerful because it removes that fear of the fact that we didn't start investing at 18 years old, so we think we're behind. But you want to take a look at this because you want to learn and understand how compounding your money works. He shows in that book that you can start today and still be all right. Book number 6. This book is not directly about money, but it's more about belief. And this is why I added it in this list. Phil Knight, he is the founder of Nike. He teaches in this book the reality behind building something that's just so big. Honestly, it's bigger right now than where it was when he wrote the book. So it's just crazy. This book is good. It teaches the years and years that he struggled before he got Nike to where it is today. It showed all of the sacrifices that, we don't see that. We just see everyone wearing Nikes, but we don't see the story behind it, behind how it got here. This book taught me about courage because, well, I don't want to ruin the story, but it just teaches how to have courage to get your product or your brand from nothing to where we see it today. Why I think this book matters for people like myself, first generation viewers like you, people that had immigrant parents, people that were the first to face this American system. We're often the ones starting from nothing, no blueprint, no safety net, no generational wealth. This book reminds me that people that you probably admire today were once just like you, scared, confused, questioning ourselves, but they kept pushing. We got to keep pushing. So here's the question I got to you. Are you going to keep just surviving? Are you just going to leave this video and just go and continue with making the mistakes that you're making? Or are you going to try to learn the system? I guarantee you this, people that take these 6 books and look at it as a blueprint to this Monopoly game we're playing, if you do it within 6 months, you're not going to be the same person after 6 months from now. If you appreciate this kind of content, and you want to join me on my mission to try to help a lot of us out, a lot of the people that grew up with immigrant parents who did not know the system, who are navigating this world, this life with no guidance map, then I welcome you to subscribe to my channel and hit the like button if you think this video was good. I'm still at the beginning phases of this channel, and I really appreciate anyone that stayed this long to watch all of this. And but if you got any books that you want to add to this list, please drop them in the comment section. I'd love to take a look at them. I love adding books to my library. Thank you again for staying this long, for watching this video. Hit the subscribe button to join the tribe, and don't waste time. Go take a look at those books. I'll see you in the next video.